Hey, good morning. Hey, what's up, Amber? How are you doing? Yeah, just over here doing a little morning walk with Carlo the husky. I guess it's more of a late. Oh, he's about to drop a Dookie Don. We'll give him his privacy. But yeah, I guess it's a late morning now. Let's see what the stats are here. Let's see. All right. So it's 9:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 69 degrees. March 19th, Thursday. So hope everyone's having a good day so far. Yeah, it's going to be another. We're going through a heat wave over here in Los Angeles, so gotta get our early morning walks on before it gets too hot. Hey, Amber, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tune. Futurucci, good to see you. Good morning. Yeah, we're over here. We're over here about to take a cruise. About to take a stroll around the lake. I love these little John Deere buggies right here. These are cool right here. It's like a little mini truck. Yeah, these things are cool right here. Hey, get out of the mud. Hey, no, get over here, this way. Don't go in the mud, pal. Come on. Go. Jump. Good boy. What's up, Carlo? Come on this way. Take it for a spin. I wish. Yeah, it's a pretty nice day. So I brought a joint with me today, so I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna find a cool bench over there and smoke it. But yeah, what up? What up, Toon? How's your day going so far, Toon? How's your day going, Futuruchi? Yeah, before I left the crib, I was watching. I guess Donald Trump had like a press conference today, or no, like a meeting with the president of Japan. And I forget what her name is, but he was starting to take questions, and yeah, that dude's all bad. This whole world's crumbling apart. No one supports that guy anymore. Prime Minister. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, Amber. The Prime Minister of Japan. Yeah, he was having some kind. I was thinking about actually posting up at one of those benches over there across the way, smoking my joint, and I have my tablet, so I was gonna like set up the tablet with the phone and watch. If anyone wants to join and watch some current event news with the scenery and some birds. So we'll go find a bench to see what's up. We'll check out some stuff. Be hanging out with Carlo. So this is Carlo the Husky. He's a lead dog, and a special shout out to Amber Leslie for the Carlo the Husky memberships. You guys are all Husky pack members. Carlo's the lead dog, so thank you, Amber, for always supporting with gift memberships. And if anyone got one, most likely thank Amber for one, because she's been coming through. So thank you so much, and anyone else that's come through, and special thank you to anyone that just hangs out, and says what's up and interacts, and hits the like button and whatnot. So yeah, if anyone can hit the like button, that would be appreciated. Hey, good morning. How are you doing today? Hey, good, thank you. These dudes are fishing right here. Early bird gets the worm, as they say. I like coming here like I was planning on coming here really early, but sometimes it's hard to wake up. I like to sleep. But I like coming here and catching the sunset, the sunrises. Pretty nice sunrises over here.
She wouldn't have bothered by it, but she was just like, you know what time you sent today?
Come on, buddy, let's go this way. Let's go to the pier. Let's go walk out to the pier and see what's up. I was reading that Tulsi Gabbard. It's funny because like a lot of people like in Trump's inner circle have like died, like kind of like violent deaths, like Donald Trump's ex-wife, forget Ivanka or whatever her name was. She fell down some stairs. And then like Tulsi Gabbard's mom was stabbed to death in like 2024. And then RFK Jr.'s wife was like found hanging. It's like, what are the chances of all that happening to? I mean, just countless other stories like that. And everyone in Trump's inner circle is just a crazy psychotic lunatic. Yeah. Luckily, all the MAGA cult members are waking up and smelling the coffee, realizing that he's nothing but a con man and a scam, and that he's no good for the United States of America. But we got no fear. We got Carlo the Husky leading the way over here. Yeah, over there across the way is where the coyotes kick it at. Well, let's go, Carlo. Yeah, so yeah, Ivanka was supposed to like testify, and then like a few days after she fell down those stairs, she was supposed to like testify. Oh, somebody, Matt. I can't remember. I got to do my research again, but somebody from like RFK Jr.'s like inner circle. Hey, what's happening, man? But I mean, just the whole. I mean, on a side note, the whole Kennedy family's always suffered some kind of craziness. Like it goes way back to John F. Kennedy's older brother, Joe Kennedy, who was groomed to be the next president. So Joe Kennedy, JFK's dad, groomed his son Joe Kennedy Jr. Look at this guy. Good boy. That's okay. Come on. Hey. Easy.
Get over here. Stop.
Little dog wanted to say what's up. But anyways, yeah. Joe. So I guess the Bushes. I think the Bush family's always been evil. So I've watched like a lot of like documentaries and read a lot of books over the years about these people. And like the Bush family goes back too, so they were kind of like rivals, the Kennedys. So like one of the Bush's like relatives, like grandpa, I forget, like Herbert Walker or George Walker or something like that. So they were both in World War II. So Joe Kennedy was like a fighter pilot in World War II, and he died in a plane crash in World War II. And it turns out that one of the one of those Bush family members was the squadron that was like, you know, in the squadron where Joe Kennedy died. There's like a documentary, you could find it. But anywho, and then fast forward to like 1963, JFK Jr. Like George Bush said he didn't know where he was on that day, but there's photos of him in Dallas, Texas, and he's CIA, so it's like. And then on top of it, in World War II, like rewind, actually, let's rewind back to the World War II. So the Bush family was like trading with the enemy, with like they were doing all kinds of scandalous stuff. So they had like Operation Paperclip. I think our country got hijacked by these evil people. It's like dating back to like the 40s. I mean, Werner von Braun became like the head of like NASA. I mean, look at a speech that JFK Jr. did, like one of his last speeches. He was warning about these like secret societies and this and that. Like it's actually hard to find that speech. It kind of got scrubbed from the internet. And then like 9/11, one of George Bush's brothers was like head of security at the Twin Towers. And there's a lot of eyewitnesses that say there was all this like shady wires being run throughout the building before, like, for a couple years before 9/11. I forget what the Bush, Marvin Bush, he was head of security at the trade towers. So I don't know. And then Larry Silverstein, he just bought a building in Los Angeles. Anyways, I like conspiracy theories and whatnot, but a lot of that stuff's been proven to be true, though. You know, it's like the whole Bush-Kennedy rivalry. I don't know. What do you guys all think? And that's what I love about YouTubeville. You know, can all have a discussion about stuff. Come on, let's go. Come on, this way. This guy's smelling some other dogs. Come on, pal, let's roll. This way, this way, this way. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. You guys remember that movie, Inside Man? I think it's with Clive Owen and Denzel Washington. And the guy's trying to rob that bank, and he doesn't even want the money. He just wants like the secrets that are in some like safety deposit box. I feel like that movie's like pretty much like based like on a true story, and like it's pretty much Donald Trump, who's like the old senile man with the secret safety deposit box. Yeah, there's those theories too. And then his son died in a plane crash, like in like the late '90s. He could have been, you know, if he didn't die, he could have been a presidential candidate. As some say. But yeah, all these evil billionaires that MAGA cult members idolize, they're all a bunch of evil people. Like, I'm over here just trying to eat some steak and lobster, like Pete Hegseth. You know what I'm saying? Like Pete Hegseth out there living the good life, eating steak and lobster. We all out here eating top ramen. But when Biden was president, everyone was eating steak and lobster, and we were all paying cheap gas. But yeah, Donald Trump needs to be impeached, removed, and imprisoned ASAP. Isn't that right, Carlo? Yeah, Carlo agrees. Come on, let's go. Let's go post up at this bench and smoke a joint. Watch this guy fish some fish. It's nice shady bench right here. All right, let's see what's up. I'm gonna bust out my my tablet. Come here, Carlo. This way. All right, we're gonna post up at this bench before we take our excursion at the beach. Oh man, a bird poop just missed me by like inches. Damn you, bird! Trying to poop on me? All right, let's bust out the goodies. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Got some cigarettes. Got our joint. About to twist to exist right now. What else we got? We need a lighter for sure. Let's bust out the tablet. See what's cracking. See what's going on with some current events. Hopefully this thing still has battery. We'll let that, while that fires up, we'll fire up the joint. Let's see. Got the radio. Alright, well that fires up. Let's see what's cracking over here. See what's going on over here?
A call from your mom, or call for your dad, a call from your grandma. AT&T has always kept people connected for 150 years.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Ron had a tax problem. He just on his own.
The second movement from Symphony Number 3 of the great American composer Lawrence Price in celebration of Women's History Month on Classical California. That was Oppo 2 and the Women's Philharmonic. Chopin is next.
Chopin is next. Okay.
Broadcasting from our studios in Los Angeles and San Francisco, Classical California is supported in part by the following sponsors. A double organ event. The Oakland Symphony and Kedrick Armstrong present Saint-Saëns' Thundering Organ Symphony and the electrifying Hammond Organ Concerto, composed and performed by Brian Raphael Neighbors. Tickets at oaklandsymphony.org. Friday, March 27th at the Paramount. The Oakland Symphony lets the organs roar. 2 hours of beautiful voices in perfect harmony every Sunday morning. 7 to 9 on listener-supported Classical California.
See what's up with some Midas touch.
Cracks under pressure during his disastrous war. The entire world is seeing Donald Trump for how weak he is in China. It's being reported by Bloomberg that Xi Jinping has closely studied Donald Trump and the U.S. war with Iran to learn about the United States' weaknesses, especially as China eyes Taiwan. Officials are saying that China sees a huge Middle East where Donald Trump has started this never-ending war with Iran, where Iran has showed escalation dominance over Donald Trump. Trump and Netanyahu attacked the South Pars energy facility in Iran. Iran retaliates against Riyadh and Saudi Arabia. Iran retaliates against the Ras-Laffan northern liquefied natural gas facilities in Qatar. And then Donald Trump blinks and Trump's like, oh, I didn't mean that. It was actually Netanyahu who did it. I didn't do anything. Please stop, Iran. Be nice to Qatar. And if you're not nice, I'm going to do some really mean things to you. Let's talk about what's going on in Japan right now. If you go to a gas station in Japan, you'll probably see something like this. Look at this gas station. It says, sorry, out of gasoline because of Donald Trump. This is not photoshopped. That is a real photo. And meanwhile, Prime Minister Takaishi of Japan says that starting today, that they will be providing subsidies to keep the retail price of gasoline at around 170 yen per liter on the national average. Doesn't this remind you of when COVID started out in Asia and then started spreading to the rest of the world? These gas shortages, I know it's very bad in the United States. We know how expensive right now gasoline is, like the biggest sudden rise in history. But this is going to start to spread from Asia, and it's going to head to the United States, where soon there's either not going to be enough gasoline, there's going to be shortages, or people are just going to literally not be able to. I know right now it's unaffordable, but soon it's just going to be non-existent. Prime Minister Takaishi talks about emergency measures that they are taking there. Meanwhile, as Donald Trump shows utter weakness, Russia is heading into Cuba. Let me repeat that. Russia is heading into Cuba. And if you're saying, hey, you mean like Cuban Missile Crisis? Wasn't that a big deal? Well, once upon a time, the United States stood up to Russia. Now, Donald Trump removes oil sanctions from Russia, allows Russia to make huge profits, while Donald Trump is the latest number? Donald Trump's going to want about $200 billion more in a military supplemental. So as the American people are suffering, Russia is the main beneficiary of this war in Iran. And Russia is heading to Cuba. 2 Russian ships carrying oil and gas are on their way to Cuba, despite U.S. pressure and sanctions under Donald Trump. I guess the pressure don't apply to Donald Trump's buddy Putin. The shipments come as Cuba faces a severe energy crisis, highlighted by a recent nationwide blackout and months without fuel deliveries. Clash Report explains. The analyst from Financial Times, the extra supply could help ease shortages that have disrupted hospitals, transport, and daily life. 2 shipments of Russian oil and gas head to Cuba in defiance of the U.S. They see you as weak, Donald. They see that you blink. You went in with Netanyahu, blew up the South Pars facility in Iran. Iran blew up the facilities in Riyadh and in Qatar. And then you said, oopsie, we're not going to do this again. They see you blink. China right now, they're bringing their ships up the Strait of Hormuz. You do realize that, idiot Donald, right? That they're bringing up their ships to the Strait of Hormuz. They're traveling right around the coast. Iran's letting them go through, while China and Russia are helping out Iran with weapons. Like, you do realize that, like, Iran is now getting parts for more Shahed drones from Russia after Iran was providing Russia with Shahed drones, and you are allowing Russia to make more money to help Iran kill Americans and target Americans. But, Donald, that's just, you do you. You take a look. But by the way, so that was your plan in Cuba. Your plan in Cuba was to allow Putin to have more influence there. And by the way, if you think that your buddy Delcy Rodriguez and the Chavistas who are still running Venezuela, if you think that behind your back, you weak, pathetic loser, that they're not talking to Putin, of course Delcy's talking to Putin. Of course she's talking to Xi Jinping. And they're all laughing in your face, Donald. By the way, you have Japan and South Korea tapping into their stockpiles. Southeast Asian countries, as Dropside explains, very much exposed right now. Thailand has banned most oil exports, imposing price controls. It's urging remote work and reduced travel. It's like in Asia right now, remote work, reduced travel. That's why I said this is very reminiscent. I mean, it's its own crisis, obviously. It's not a pandemic with the actual virus, but it's a Trump virus right now that's spreading. As you know, the price per barrel of oil over $110 right now. Take a look at what's going on in Germany. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Iran. Washington did not consult us and did not declare European aid to be necessary. The Chancellor of Germany said quite the contrary. Donald Trump said, we don't want your help. We don't need you. Go away. Okay. We would have, and then Germany challenged it, we would have advised against following this path in the way it is currently being followed. Spain's Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, had Zelensky over and he said, I want to be clear. While Donald Trump is out there betraying you, we will not forget. Spain, Europe, we will not forget what Ukraine is doing. We won't let this distract us. I thought that was a powerful message right there from Pedro Sanchez.
When it comes to dog food, sometimes it feels like you have to choose. You either get something fresh and healthy or something that's easy to store and serve. But
as well, Oman's foreign minister, Badr al-Busaidi, right? He was the guy who was the main mediator between the United States and Iran in late February, on that day where there was a major breakthrough in mediated discussions, right? You had the national security advisor from the UK was in the room as well. Everybody believed that there was basically a deal that was reached between the United States and Iran, basically pretty close to a deal in principle where Iran would agree no enrichment of any future ability to build a nuclear weapon, very strong protocols. Iran basically agreed to everything. And look, Witkoff and Kushner, who were the main negotiators for the United States, as Oman's foreign minister explained, and as UK's national security advisor explained, they were basically proxies of Netanyahu. Like, they didn't know what they were doing. They were there. They were joking about the floor and shine, whatever they call it, those shoes that Donald Trump buys his staff members. Like, Trump guesses your shoe size and he buys you these like weird shoes and he makes you wear them even if they don't fit you. So like apparently Witkoff and Kushner were showing off their shoes to the Iranian negotiators, while the Oman foreign minister, the UK national security advisor, and others were doing the hard work. But whatever, they got a deal in principle that would have been very good for the United States and the world. And then that night, Netanyahu said, okay, we got to invade. Donald, you joining me? Because if you don't, they're going to attack you. And Trump's like, bet, I'm going to do it. So here's what the foreign minister of Oman told The Economist yesterday. Iran's retaliation against what it claims are American targets on the territory of its neighbors was an inevitable, if deeply regrettable and completely unacceptable result. Faced with what both Israel and America described as a war designed to terminate the Islamic Republic, this was probably the only rational option available to the Iranian leadership. The effects of this retaliation are felt most acutely on the southern side of the Gulf, where Arab countries that had placed their trust in American security cooperation now experience that cooperation as an acute vulnerability, threatening their present security and future prosperity. For Gulf states, an economic model in which global sport, tourism, aviation, and technology were to play an important role is now in danger. Plans to become a global hub for data centers may need to be revised. In other words, Donald Trump just turned your Arab nations into his Atlantic City casinos. Literally, he did what he did with the Atlantic City casinos to your nation. By the way, look what he's doing to Vegas as well, as Trump is crippling the tourism industry in the United States. By the way, the guy who I just read, Oman's foreign minister, he was the mediator. He was who the United States picked. And Oman has been hit by Iranian drones. And he's saying, I get it. What do you think they're going to do if you threaten to decapitate the regime? They're going to lash out for survival against the other Arab nations. That's why we tried to do a peace deal. He writes, and this is what the Oman foreign minister wrote in The Economist, this is an uncomfortable truth to tell because it involves indicating the extent to which America has lost control of its own foreign policy, but it must be told. And he says, while it will be difficult for Iran to return to dialogue, he goes, that's the only way this resolves. It's not going to be resolved through war. But he goes, how can Iran return to dialogue with an administration that twice switched abruptly from talks to bombing and assassination. So even if you wanted to negotiate with the Trump regime, how do you do it when the Trump regime will use the negotiation to literally try to kill you in a negotiation? He says that America's friends have a responsibility to tell the truth. There are two parties to this war who have nothing to gain from it, he says. In his view, this is what the Oman foreign minister says. This was the doing of Israel's leadership, who persuaded America that Iran had been so weakened by sanctions, internal divisions, and the American-Israeli bombings of its nuclear sites last June that an unconditional surrender would swiftly follow the initial assault and the assassination of the supreme leader. But that's not what happened. And every day, the U.S. and Israel make this thing worse. I just want to be very clear. Look, Iran, the Islamic Republic, led by the Ayatollah, is a terroristic regime, and they are very bad actors. I'm not like saying that they're not. They're very bad actors. But the question is, more of Donald Trump's sickening and disgusting dark past continues to surface as Donald Trump's disastrous war against Iran continues to escalate. These things are inextricably intertwined. Trump may call it Operation Epic Fury, but this is Operation Epstein Fury, or the Epstein War. Donald Trump launched this war to distract, in my opinion, from the Epstein files. And I believe personally that Benjamin Netanyahu was very much aware of Donald Trump wanting some sort of distraction from the Epstein files, knew exactly when to give it to Donald Trump in the form of saying, we're going to invade Iran. You want to join us? Because we're going to do it with or without you, in which case Iran may then strike you. So you may as well just go after Iran in the first place, which Donald Trump did. Now, let me give you some data points, and I want to share with you also what Donald Trump's own envoy to Syria and what Donald Trump's ambassador to Turkey, it's the person who holds both of those positions. His name is Tom Barrack. He got a great question from somebody by the name of Jessica Lamossieur, and she asked him about Epstein's connections with Netanyahu, and Tom Barrack said, yeah, I mean, I knew Epstein. We all knew him, and we all thought that he got his wealth and his power from Israel in the 80s, and that Netanyahu was in some capacity either working with or for Israel. That's what we all thought in the business community about Epstein. I want to give you this data point first. Again, this is Tom Barrack. He's Trump's current ambassador to Turkey, mind you, and special envoy to Syria. Watch what he said in this yesterday. Here's this clip.
I just wanted to ask you about what I read in the Epstein files about your association with him. Why did you introduce him to Peter Thiel and Vitaly Churkin? What were your dealings with Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, I didn't introduce him to those people, but all of us dealt with Jeffrey Epstein in the 80s as a business person. He was bigger than life. It was a 30-year story like this that I think most of us actually thought that he had built his wealth and his prowess over his international relations with Israel. That's always what kind of the background. I didn't see the rest of the later in 2000.
In the files I read, you're having dealings with him after he became a convicted sex offender. Why?
The dealings meaning he was emailing me asking for access to the president of the Trans running the New York Stock Exchange Company, trying to get a hold of me for relevant information. That was it.
You met with him, and you met with Vitaly Churkin, you met with Peter Thiel.
Okay, now I think that's an important data point, and I'll get to more of that in just a moment. What unfolded in the past 24 hours, major developments on the Epstein front. Whenever we see these major developments on the Epstein front, we see major developments on the war front, right? Major escalation yesterday on both fronts. Israel and the United States striking the South Pars energy facility in Iran. Iran retaliates, like I said it was going to, by attacking and blowing up a liquefied natural gas facility in Qatar that supplies 20% of the world's LNG, and then Iran struck a Riyadh facility as well. I mean, these are devastating blows to the world's supplies of LNG, fertilizer, helium. It's all being crushed. And I know that people are like, oh, it's not a big deal. We'll deal with it. No, this is catastrophic. And again, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. This is catastrophic stuff right here. So you had that happening. But what happened on the home front with Epstein and Trump's dark past? Here's what we learned. Donald Trump's former criminal defense attorney is Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche is now the number 2 at the Department of Justice. He and Pam Bondi and others at the DOJ, like Kash Patel and others, they're involved in the cover-up of the Epstein files, child sex trafficking ring. So here's what we learned yesterday. Great reporting by Jason Leopold over at Bloomberg. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche is blocking the DEA from releasing an unredacted document from the Epstein files about an investigation involving drug trafficking and money laundering, according to a letter Senator Ron Wyden sent to Todd Blanche. The document, a 69-page target profile prepared by the DEA, or prepared for the DEA by the Department of Justice's now defunct Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force, was released in January along with millions of pages of other documents from the Epstein files. Although heavily redacted, it showed that the DEA and the task forces known as OCDETF investigated Epstein, 12 other people, and 2 businesses in 2015. Who were those 12 other people? Who were these 2 businesses in 2015? Notably, right, the Department of Justice gutted, destroyed the entire Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force. Seems like a kind of important thing to have, but we just got rid of that. The Trump regime got rid of that. And now we learn about a 69-page target profile report on this drug trafficking and money laundering. I want to point this out, and let me be very clear. I'm not saying this is connected. So I just want to be very clear. I'm sharing with you an opinion protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution here, and I'm not suggesting it's connected. However, one of the big issues that we learned about Epstein and Trump is that their falling out was actually over a real estate transaction where Epstein accused Trump of engaging in financial shenanigans, if you will. I'm putting that shenanigans word nicely, regarding a Russian oligarch who bought this property from Donald Trump in West Palm Beach for about $95 million that Donald Trump had acquired. About 4 years earlier, Trump purchased it for $45 million, and Donald Trump bought it at a foreclosure sale. At a foreclosure sale where Epstein was supposed to be the high bidder. Donald Trump and Epstein were close friends at this time. This was like 2004-ish. And then Donald Trump.
All right, that's enough. That's enough Donald Trump news. Came here to the lake to get away from all that stuff. But kind of, to be honest, just wanted to test out my tablet to see if I could actually watch it out here. But at the end of the day, nah, I'm out here in nature trying to get away from all that crap. But what up, everyone? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm gonna put on some music. We got KCRW. I'm gonna try to put it on the speaker. Hey, what's up, Christian? How you doing? That's good to hear. That's great. I'm glad you're doing good. Cool. All right. All right, Carlo, you ready to get off leash? All right, what up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is Carlo the Husky. Carlo the Siberian Husky. He's a rescue dog. He's the captain of the ship, of the stream. It's his world, and we're just living in it. What's up, everyone? So yeah, I'm gonna let him off leash and let him run wild. All right, Carlo, you be good boy, okay? I'm gonna let you off leash. All right, come here. All right. Hey, Carlo, over here. Carlo, over here. Come here. Come on. Come on. This way. Carlo. Hey. Come on, go. Hey, wait. Hey, Carlo, no, don't get the ducks. No. No. Hey. Don't be trying to get the birds, buddy. Leave the birds alone. Good boy. Carlo, this way. Come here. Come here, Carlo. This way. Come. Carlo, come here. This way. Come. Carlo. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Yeah. He's good. He's good off leash. I just don't want to get caught by like the lifeguard or some kind of loose dog, so I always keep him on leash, but I felt pretty safe taking him off leash because there's like no one around right now. That was a good swim, huh, Carlo? You're a funny guy. Did you have a good swim, pal? Look, there's a stick. Look, there's a stick right there. Get the stick. Get it. Oh no, that's a root. Shit. That's like it's like Groot right there from what was that movie where Groot was from? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. That movie had a great soundtrack, actually. I think they made a part 2, but I never seen it. But I remember watching part 1 in the movie theater. That movie was pretty cool. Hey, how you doing? Oh, okay.
Maybe you wanna give me kisses sweet, but only for one night and no repeat. And maybe you'll go away and never come. And a taste of honey's worse than none at all. Oh, girl, in that case, I don't want no more. I feel that could only break my heart. Oh, if you feel like loving me, then you got to show me. I said, come that emotion. So, if you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion, I said, come that emotion. Oh, maybe you think that love could tie you down, and you don't have the time to go around. Or maybe you think that love will make you saying what you want to break you. Oh, no, in that case, I don't want no part. Will it be that will only break my heart? Oh, you feel like loving me, you got to know. second emotion. Second emotion. Giving me a second emotion. Oh, I second emotion. Ooh, yeah.
Good boy. Drink up, pal. Drink up. What you see? See a coyote? We got a nice picnic table on the hill over here. I never kicked it at this table before. I like this table because there's a water fountain right here. All it's missing is a barbecue. What's up, Carlo? Good boy.
What would I do with the love I give?
Hey, leave it. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Hey, good morning. How are you? Yeah, you guys had any luck fishing? Hey, that's a cool. That's the setup right there. What's up? Carp? Oh, why is it bigger fish or something? So that stand helps you get carp? Oh, okay, that's what's up. You,
shooting at,
yeah.
they're both alarms.
Oh, okay.
The line is moving, it starts beeping.
Man,
Yeah.
the technology. Hey, whoever invented that's kid. Like,
They're making money, man.
yeah, for sure. Hey, there's always inventions to be made, though.
Yeah, and then you gotta cast more too.
Oh,
You'll see right now.
Oh, he's about to cast right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. These dudes got it going on right here.
This is my team right here. This is my team.
Oh, you guys, it's like a fishing crew.
This right here, lick and bait.
Oh, all right.
Lick and bait.
They can.
Yeah, see.
You guys have like it on Instagram?
Yeah, lick and bait squad.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll scope it out. I don't know. I mean, my dad took me fishing. You know, I know. I'm inexperienced. So how, like, can anyone join or?
Anyone, it's open. I'm the main guy, so.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so anyone is open, you know, salt water, fresh water, whatever, you know, bluegills, you're fishing for small fish, anyone's welcome, you know.
All right.
It's just a big community that we get together. You know?
Yeah.
There's 10 of us right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, what's cool about it is I could probably take my dog.
There you go. See, I used to have my pug myself.
Oh, okay. You would take him with you?
I used to take him everywhere with me.
Oh, nice.
But my neighbor's dog came into my house and killed him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he used to be 4 years old.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. That must have been horrifying, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Right there.
Yeah.
And I had him since he was like the size of a penguin type, you know?
Oh my goodness. A family member right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's like, but yeah, like we be fishing. This is our first time here.
Oh, okay.
We're from San Bernardino.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's all kinds of spots in between here and there for sure. I know there's I think I see people posting up at Bonelli Park right here in San Dimas.
Okay. Oh yeah. Pudding Stone.
Yeah, Pudding Stone. Yeah. Let me see if I can find you on Instagram. That sounds interesting, man. Like yeah, you know, it's like a good hobby. You know, he's like with everything going on. I mean, hey, you know what? If you catch a good fish, that's a meal right there too, huh? Just slap it on the grill.
Catch and release.
Oh, catch and release.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. We just do it for the picture.
Yeah. That's cool. Some people like catch and cook though, huh?
Catch and cook, yeah.
Oh wow.
See, like the catfish, I'll catch and cook because there's so many and they get stocked all the time.
Right.
As well, catch and cook.
Yeah.
But carp, they don't stock them. They gotta multiply themselves.
Oh, okay, got you.
They gotta keep spawning. You know? But
I mean, what's like the main spot? I mean, off the ocean, right off the piers in the ocean, right? Like I see people like Long Beach or Venice. I see people fishing out there, but
oh yeah, out there saltwater, I'll take every fish. You know, there's millions of fish out there.
all right.
But like freshwater and carp, they don't stock it out here. You know? And mostly 99% of Americans hate carp because they're invasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. What's it called again? I'm sorry.
Lake and bait.
I like that name.
Lake.
Oh yeah. If anything, I'm gonna get a shirt, man. That's a fire shirt right there.
Let me know. Yeah, send me a DM and I'll lock you in.
Yeah, you got
Yeah, I
it.
gotta put another order in. See how it starts beeping? That's what it does.
Oh, okay.
You know how to drive and you drive good and you know how to avoid cops. You don't need to worry about having a license.
Yeah, there's my boy right here, Mike.
Hey, what's up? How you
What
guys
was your
doing?
name?
My name's Rick.
Rick
Yeah.
Armando.
Hey, nice to meet you, Armando. Pleasure.
sir.
Yeah. Hey, what's up,
My
bro?
boy Mike, and then that's Ruben over there.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I had my hands tied, or otherwise I'd shake.
Are you like on live or something?
Oh yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not many people tune in, but you know, I mostly do it for to document my dog's life, you know, because
Okay.
like, you know, like your dog passed away, so
Yeah.
you know, God forbid anything happens to him, but you know, like at least, you know, when he meets that Rainbow Road, I always got videos to look back on, you know.
That's what we have, me and my lady too.
All
A lot
right.
of pictures of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
From
cool.
Newborn to now.
There's a bunch of them that came up. I would imagine you're kind of at the top though, huh?
All together, lick and bait.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, your huskies has a lot of energy, huh?
Oh yeah. I just let him loose over there, and he was going crazy. He went swimming out there, bro. Lake and bait. Let's see. Oh, that's all right. That's what's up. All right, cool. And then my phone's kind of slow right here.
Yeah, the first one was Mike with a 30-pounder.
Oh wow. Let's see.
And I'm on the third one with the 27.
Mind if I share it on
Yeah,
here?
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
If anyone's interested in following some fishing stuff, Lake and Bake Squad.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, I'll follow you back right now.
Let me see. All right. Let me see.
Yeah, you'll see that this lake or the other one was Leg Lake, which is down.
Oh, this is me right here.
Okay, TV now. Okay, I got you right now.
All right. Oh yeah, Leg Lake. I've been wanting to go. I have the
I've been there once.
I have the season pass for here, but I could use it at Leg Lake and also at Pudding Stone. Yeah. Okay. So it's like $160 for the year, but it's kind of worth it. All right, cool. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up for a shirt and inquire about seeing what's up. Meet up. Because I mean I don't have anything, so to invest in something like this, like just need like a fishing pool, like a little tackle box or something.
Yeah.
Like probably like a couple $100 I can get all that, right? Or maybe less.
Exactly. Yeah, no, less.
Yeah. All right.
Beginner's gear, it's always less.
All right. Cool. Yeah, and then as I get experience, I'll be able to.
That's pretty pricey. His rods and reels were like. It might. How much were the rods and reels?
I know, that's why we're fishing, dude. The reels are $130 each.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you want to. It's like a tool, so you want to get the top notch.
Yeah. All the rods I really want are 460.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh man, that's what's up, man. Yeah. What's the difference? Like the strength of it or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And probably like the way you spin it, it's probably like better quality. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's like a skateboard or something. You want to get the best trucks, the best wheels. Yeah. Well, you guys all enjoy your days. Nice pleasure to meet you all. All right.
You have a beautiful dog, man. I like your dog.
Hey, yeah, thank you guys. Hopefully we'll see each other around, and his name's Carlo. He'll be our fishing buddy.
Fuck up that little dog over there.
Oh yeah, he tried to run up. Yeah, I didn't want to run though, cause I feel like if I stand my ground and like it'll probably be better. Cause I was thinking about running, and I was like, oh man, if I run, the dog's probably just gonna chase us. So I just pulled them back real quick, before they could get into it.
They shouldn't be leaving their dog off the leash like that, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Be like, hey, well, it's on the leash like that, but it can't be loose.
Right? Yeah.
Come on, now.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you have a good one, bro.
Hey, you guys be safe out there.
Sure, you too, man.
All right, later, bro. Hey, how you guys doing? Having like a party right here. That's what's up. Met a cool lake squad right here. Want to get into fishing. Come on, go. Jump. 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 Go. All right, sit. 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 All right, sit. All right, sit. Get back, get back. Sit. Get back, sit. Yo, what up, everyone? It's Thursday. One more day till TGIF, and then it's the weekend. Anyone got any big weekend plans? Yeah, it's a nice day over here in Los Angeles. Chilling with Carlo the Husky right here. Just posted up.
Yeah. When I party in New York, take the late night subway. Going out Friday, they coming home Monday. From all directions, never find me on a one-way flavor. The rhyme just the icing on the cupcake, fuck face. My fans know that these other rappers are bogus. I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and the boys stay kicking incredibly dope shit. Make my mama proud, cause my clothes fit. Travel around the globe, bitch, on my Lewis Clark shit. Don't matter where I live, cause I can tell you where my heart is. I just stay on my side, fuck where everybody at. Tell the planet peace, cause I'm gone, I ain't coming back. Had the whole regular life, I can tell you that I'm done with that. Try and build a mill off a couple stacks on my own business. Investing all I got into these fucking raps. Really parking money, hand it off, then it's running back. Hey yo, you fuck with that? You gotta fuck with that. You a
They'll never take me alive. I'm getting high with my 4-5. Copped on these suckers, time to die. Even as a youngster, causing ruckus on the back of the bus. I was a fool all through high school, kicking up dust. But now I'm labeled as a troublemaker. Who can you blame? Smoking weed, help me take away the pain. So I'm hopeless, rolling down the freeway, swerving. I'm about to cross upon the curb, cause my bitch is dirty, baby. If they try to understand me, what should I do? I had to feed my fucking family. What else could I do? Go be a thug. I'm slanging with the homies, fuck hanging with them phonies in the club. Got my mind no danger, never been a stranger.
Hey, what up, Christian? Yeah, have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Felipe Garcia? Almost. And then Al, what up? How you doing, Al? Yeah, I don't really look at the chat in a second, so sorry if I missed your message. I'm just gonna post up right here with Carlo the Husky.
With my razor, what can I? If I could recollect before my hood days, I sit and reminisce, take a place. I stop to stare at the young, my heart goes to me. They asked, they were stressed that they under. We never really went through that. Cause we was born deep sick, you and me before Christ. And nowadays things change. Everyone's ashamed of the youth, that the truth look strange. And for me, it's reverse. We left from a world that's cursed. Hey, cause any day I push the button, you know I'm commit like Malcolm X and Bobby Jones out for nothing. Don't it make you get cherry to the world of the truth? But when you wipe your eyes, see it, there's no need for you to fix it. If you take the time to hear it, maybe you can learn to chill. It ain't about black or white, cause we win. I hope you see the light before it's true. I tell God. Tell me, do you see that old lady ain't a sad? Living out of past, this is glad for the little thing she has. And over there, there's a lady, crack got her crazy. But yes, it's giving birth to a baby. Out of triple let it fade from out of the spot. We jump into another form of slavery. Even now I get discouraged. I wonder if they take it all back, but I still keep it courage. I refuse to be a role model. I say go take control, check out my own mind. Yeah, I make mistakes, I learn from everyone. And when it's said and done, I bet it's gonna be a better one. If I said you don't, I never forget. The yard isn't finished with me yet. I feel his hands on my brain. When I write rhymes, I go blind and let the Lord do his thing. When am I any less holy? I choose the power of blood and drink a beer with my whole homies. And this is not world peace. We tried your way, and it's war and shit. We can't die. I remember grandma's hands used to hold me. I never forget the things she was holding. Brothers and brothers play the big shots, you know. Grannies are the only thing a little girl kids got. Mama working the Papa broke. She dropped me off with friends. Bless her heart, cause she working. And ghetto grannies are like this. We got so many kids. So many grannies getting shook. They're getting trapped in the nursing homes. The time is hard. And even work so long. And how could you be so calm? You'll get your turn as soon as you turn old. All I ask every person is try to think I was on the mind of a brother with his cursing. 9 out of 10 if I the problem, stop and take a listen. And see what you do strong. Cause everybody needs a little help on the way to relying on oneself. So think about it. Get you pop with, get you with a little get it back. My favorite guy. Get you pop with, get you with a little get it back. I was a stone cold gangster, man. See, you gave me ghetto gospel, I'm thinking, man. Used to roll in the back and you drugs a lot. Now I'm banging these tracks on your arms I got. In this world of sleep, try to succeed on my beliefs. Now I lay me down to sleep. Lord, can you hear me speak? Can you forgive me for my sins if I had it all to do again? I still play it win. I hope the Lord can understand it. Your man's gotta do what he can for his man. And pay the price of being held down. But I'd rather see hell later than see hell now. And the devil ain't got nothing on the president. Cut back and keep distracted already. And be like animals in cages. We can rant and rave about slavery for ages. Or we can stop with the cops and give them a little cops. Here you go. My ghetto cops. My ghetto cops. It seems I can't turn back. I'm every round strap case. My enemies won't snap. Call my mama and they still drama. Put his key, don't they know?
Yo, what up? This is Snoop D-O Double G saying stop the violence, drop the guns, and increase the peace. And now I present to you Midnight Love.
Midnight love. Midnight love. Midnight love. Midnight love. Father, forgive me for my sin, getting hard to free. I'm addicted to the money, I done lost my way. I'm paranoid, hearing demons while I sleep at night. In a position where I'm stressed in this fucked up life. Who can I trust in the kids trying to do? What?
Years.
So nation that we all thought had died with the Confederacy in order to defy federal law. There is a deep and irreconcilable divide between our parties that only the voters ultimately can resolve. But can't we at least all agree that kicking a 5-year-old beagle at an airport should disqualify a foreign national from entering our country ever again? That's the entire 2-paragraph bill, and I hope we can put aside
Much time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized.
Such time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized.
Well, here's what America's talking about. Donald Trump's unauthorized, undeclared war of choice, a forever war in the making, which is costing us between $1 and $2 billion every single day, and has killed already 13 Americans in uniform, wounding more than 200 Americans in uniform, killing more than 1,000 Iranians, including 170 school children who were bombed at an all-girls school in Iran. Americans are talking about the fact that gasoline now costs $3.84 a gallon. It's gone up more than 25% in 1 week because of Donald Trump's unauthorized, undeclared, illegal war of choice in Iran. Crude oil now soaring to more than 109.
Hey, what's up, Brett? Hey, howdy. Yeah, we just posted up right here with Carlo the Husky, listening to some Jamie Raskin. So this is Jamie Raskin today from the House floor. So let's see what Jamie Raskin had to say today.
A barrel because Donald Trump's war planners could not have predicted that Iran would try to strangle commerce in the Strait of Hormuz. That's what America's talking about this week. America's talking about when will there be justice for Renee Good and Alex Preddy, American citizens exercising their First Amendment and Second Amendment rights, shot down in cold blood by government agents in Minneapolis. And the most recent Secretary of Homeland Security libeled them as domestic terrorists and refused to recant from that defamatory lie. That's what America's talking about. When are they going to reform ICE? And when are they going to start paying the Coast Guard, the TSA, FEMA, and CISA? We've got a discharge petition to say, pay those people and don't let all of the illegality of ICE bring down the faithful public servants at the Coast Guard, TSA, FEMA, and other federal agencies. That's what America's talking about this week. Well, what are MAGA Republicans in Congress talking about this week? They're talking about the Bow Wow Act. The Bow Wow Act. Now, how did they come up with this bill and this title? Well, the president's poll numbers are sinking like a stone. So they needed to find something to do in Washington to put on the floor. They can't talk about Trump's ruinous tariffs that have plunged so many small businesses into oblivion and cost American consumers hundreds of billions of dollars. They can't talk about that because the Supreme Court, which they gerrymandered and sliced and diced and packed and stacked, struck it down. Even the extremely right-leaning Supreme Court struck down Donald Trump's tariffs. We told them it was unconstitutional. We told them that only Congress has the power to impose taxes and to regulate commerce with foreign nations. But no, like lemmings, they followed Donald Trump off of the side of the ship. And now those tariffs are not only economically ruinous for the country, they're discredited and struck down. So they can't talk about that, which was their big policy hit of the administration so far. No, they can't talk about that. Well, they're not talking about the war in Iran. That's splitting even the MAGA base right down the middle, because they had talked about before Donald Trump the importance of Congress actually making decisions about going to war. After all, that is what the Constitution says, and
Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11. It's Congress that has the power to declare war. So no, they're not talking about that. They're not talking about the lives that have been lost in Iran with this bizarre, impetuous war of choice that has been thrust on the country, when the president promised us there would be no more forever wars and regime change wars, and they can't even settle on whether this is a regime change war or not. Some of them say it is, some of them say it isn't. So we don't know. So they can't talk about that. Maybe they can talk about the healthcare public policy, which Donald Trump has been promising for more than a decade. It's a decade. In 2 weeks, we'll get you our plan. They don't like the plans that we've got under Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, which have delivered health care to millions of Americans. They've done whatever they can to dismantle those healthcare plans. Maybe they could come up with their healthcare plan. No, they're not uttering a peep about that, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And Donald Trump fundamentally is not interested in delivering a healthcare plan to America. So then someone says, well, let's go back to immigration. But they've already been told, don't talk about mass deportation. We pulled out of Minneapolis because we disgraced ourselves there. And we know that America reviles the policy of shooting down American citizens in cold blood for exercising their First Amendment and Second Amendment rights. So we can't talk about that. And then somebody discovered Freddie and said, there's a case at Dulles Airport with a dog, okay? And we can at least go to the dog people with the Bow Wow Act. Now, I'm co-chair of the Animal Protection Fund.
Did you hear that, Carlo?
And I've got
The Bow Wow, the Bow Wow Act.
all over this too, even though I tried to get it off before I came out this morning. If anybody is going to be a sucker for something called the Bow Wow Act, it's me. And, you know, I don't vote for a lot of mega legislation, but every dog has his day. And I was willing to look at this one, right? I was moved by something called the Bow Wow Act.
The Bow Wow Act.
And so I looked up the incident that the gentleman in California has referenced, and it was outrageous. I was outraged to learn about what happened to Freddie. It all started when Freddie the Beagle, the canine detective at Dulles Airport, who works with CBP, Customs and Border Protection, to detect smuggled agricultural products, alerted his superior officers at Dulles to the presence of over 100 pounds of prohibited food items that appeared in the baggage unloading area. And so Freddie did his job, and he barked and alerted his superior officers to what was happening. And they determined that there was a guy coming over from Egypt, a foreign national named Ali Marie, Mr. Marie, age 70 years old, who was traveling to the airport, who had all of this illegal food, contraband, and he was foiled by Freddie's excellent detective work. And this frustrated Mr. Marie guy kicked Freddie. He kicked him so hard, the poor dog became airborne and had bruised ribs. Now, if you're a major dog person and you believe in animal protection, like me, you say to yourself, you've got to be kidding me. That should be illegal. Kick that guy out of the country immediately. Don't let him in. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. He was arrested immediately. He was charged immediately. He was held by the authorities. He was charged with one count of harming animals used in law enforcement under 18 U.S.C. 1368. He was convicted in trial. In his second day in America, he was held overnight, arrested, charged, convicted the next day, and then removed. He was sentenced to time served. He was ordered to pay for the veterinarian bill for Freddie's bruised ribs, which the court records show was $840, and he was promptly deported right back to Egypt after the court hearing on day 3. And I'm happy to report that according to the CBP, Freddie's doing fine today. All right, so the law worked. Imagine if Alex Preddy, imagine if Renee Good had that kind of criminal law enforcement justice. What if their killers had been apprehended, arrested, charged, and convicted in 3 days? That'd be a great thing. But no, what do we hear from Pam Bondi? What do we hear from Kristi Noem, the now deposed former Secretary of Homeland Security? It's under investigation. Under investigation. Whole world saw it right on video. It's under investigation. Nothing's happening there. Freddie got justice. We got a system that actually works there. Mr. Marie served 3 days in jail. His food was confiscated, taken away, and he was deported from the country. Why? Because assaulting a dog like that is a crime of moral turpitude. And under the federal laws, a crime of moral turpitude like that gets you kicked out of the country. It all worked. Well, but they've got nothing else to talk about, so they want to double down and pass redundant legislation to say that somebody does this should be deported.
Hey, what's up, Brett? Hey, yeah, I hope you have a good day. Appreciate you, man. So I hope to see you a little later today. We'll see what's going on. All right, have a good one, Brett.
Already what happened in this case. The opportunity to propose a redundant, unnecessary, superfluous bill to score meaningless political points when the rest of the world is talking about war and inflation caused by this president proved impossible to resist for our colleagues. H.R. 4638 would render inadmissible and deportable any non-citizen who willfully or maliciously harms a police dog or a police force, as current law already requires. But there is one change. It removes the requirement that immigrants to the country, whether travelers like the doggone Mr. Marie or a green card holder, it removes the requirement that a non-citizen actually be convicted of a crime. It's enough that you be charged with it, or they say you admitted it or whatever, but the conviction requirement is removed. Now that has been a trend for our colleagues in this session. They've been taking things that are already crimes and saying, let's make that a matter of deporting and removing someone. Well, they already can be deported and removed, yeah, but now they want to excise the conviction requirement to do it without complete due process. Why would they do this? You know, Thomas Jefferson said at the time of the Alien Sedition Acts that there will be a temptation to go after the immigrants. And he said that when you water down constitutional requirements as they apply to non-citizens, that's going to come to affect the citizens too. A bitter lesson learned by the families of Alex Preddy and Renee Good. In other words, if you train the ICE agents that they can do whatever they want, they're beyond the law, they can put on masks and bust down people's doors and enter without a Fourth Amendment search warrant issued by a neutral magistrate. If they can do that kind of thing, if they can abuse people, as we've seen all over the internet, if they can rough people up, well, what difference does it make really if they're immigrants or if they're citizens, if they're beyond the law? And now we've got dead Americans at the hands of our own federal agents. And nobody charged, and nobody arrested, nobody being prosecuted. So they want to just get rid of the conviction requirement before people are deported. They can already be deported once they're convicted, but they want to get rid of the conviction requirement. Well, this case illustrates how completely unnecessary the bill is. Harming animals in law enforcement, any form of animal cruelty is already a crime involving moral turpitude and has been for a long time. It's a deportable offense, and everybody knows it. If it wasn't, Mr. Marie would not have been deported 3 days after he kicked Freddie. Bizarrely, because their bill doesn't require a conviction, if this legislation had been in place and say Mr. Marie had been deported on day 2 instead of day 3, and there had been no trial, he never would have had to pay restitution. Think about that. due process helps a lot of people. It's not.
All right, so I guess there's something called the Bow Wow Act that they introduced, according to Jamie Raskin right here from the House floor. So I mean, in my opinion, like, if someone kicks a dog, even if they're a U.S. citizen, they should be deported to hell. Like, nobody should be kicking no dog.
Not just for the benefit of that defendant who might be innocent, as Mr. Murray was not, but it also benefits the victims, because the victims can win restitution and fines in this way. But they want to deport first and not have a trial. They just want to eliminate the due process.
It's a pretty nice grill
I don't
right
understand it. President Trump has had his experiences in the criminal justice process.
Hey, get out of there.
And he had every right guaranteed to people under due process.
It's all charcoal in there, pal.
The right to be heard, the right to introduce evidence, the right to cross-examine, the right to trial by a jury of peers. And even after going through all of that, there's still people who say that wasn't enough. It didn't really work for him. He didn't really get due process. He wasn't really guilty of committing fraud.
Come on, let's go.
If that's the case for someone who had every conceivable benefit of due process, what about somebody now who gets no due process at all and no trial? That's what they're suggesting. I don't understand why, really, other than the possibility of just introducing an unnecessary redundant bill and giving them something to talk about when they don't want to talk about what's really going on in the world, what's really going on in America. With gas prices soaring out of control, people unable to pay for their health care, people unable to afford groceries. They don't want to talk about any of that. They want to talk about Freddie. Well, there's a lot of meaningful animal protection work we can do together. And those of us in the Animal Protection Caucus would be very happy to meet with the gentleman from California about all of the things we can do to really help animals in America. But right now, Freddie is doing fine. That case worked out fine. This bill is unnecessary. I reserve.
Gentleman reserves. The gentleman from California is recognized. Mr. Speaker, I can't blame the ranking member for wanting to talk about everything except the bill before us. I would simply remind him that this House has repeatedly voted to fully fund the department.
This is the pipeline to those mass detentions and mass deportations.
Actually be convicted.
To an incident where a 70-year-old man kicked a Customs and Border Protection agriculture detector dog at Dulles Airport. The incident was horrible, and no dog should ever be kicked or harmed. However, that man was tried and convicted in federal court before he was removed from the country, underscoring how unnecessary this law is. It has never been more important for people to have their day in court. Look at what's happening across the country as federal immigration authorities terrorize American communities. We have seen residential communities tear gassed without a very care for the young children who have been affected. We've seen a teacher with work authorization arrested at the daycare where she works, and inflicting irreversible harm.
Animal.